Hello? Oh, look at all these people here. Oh, this is great. Hey guys. Let me just get this going. Oh, perfect. I left my Spotify open, or I left the window open, so I put my Spotify over it just in case it shows them. But welcome everybody to the stream. There, you see it behind there. My name is Chris, and yo, Randallness. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. I'm joined today by my co-host and my brother, Mr. Michael. Hello.
Hello. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, I hope everyone's doing great. You guys are helping us make history with our first interview. We're stepping into journalism, and I'm really excited. We got a great guest today. He's one of our close friends. He's a very talented man. I've known him for almost 10 years. And his name's Michael Darrow. He is here today to tell us all about his new band, In Gloom. Well, not new, but they've been around since, I want to say, 2019. And they're doing some big stuff right now. And if you're not familiar, I will let's run it and show you guys what it's all about. There it is. Yeah, that's their brand new single, Deadlands. They just released last week, and it's absolutely wild. And
I gotta say, the music video looks super clean, super polished. It looks amazing. You guys did a great job with it.
yeah, the quality is so good, and just everything about it is fantastic. What do you say we talk to him? Mike, go ahead and there he is. Look, there he is. Let me just Can we hear you? Let's see. Let's try it.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
There
What's up,
he
guys?
is. Well,
Oh, wow. That is weird. That is really
I
weird.
told you there was going to be a little bit of a delay.
Okay.
Oh, you mean like if you're watching the stream itself?
Yeah, he's watching it right now.
Yeah,
like,
I'm watching it on my phone too, and
Yeah.
I don't know how long the delay is, but there's a little bit of a delay.
I was so thrilled just to have him on camera. We are working on Michael getting a camera too, so he can join us for all the casts too. He's here.
I was super excited. I didn't even realize that we were gonna have Mike on camera, and then when I pulled up Discord and his beautiful face was there, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it. So like, this is super exciting. Okay, first off, Mike, how are you? How's it going?
Chris, I'm great. I'm a little tired from work, but I have been so excited ever since we talked about me coming on here. This is my second time doing something like this, but the first time we did it, it didn't get aired for some reason.
That's a bummer.
So, it was a bummer, but yeah, I'm super stoked. I can't even begin to think of the type of questions you have lined up for me, because we were talking about that earlier. I'm ready. Let's hit it.
It's gonna get crazy.
It's gonna get a little wild. Well, first,
we're hitting him with the heavy questions tonight.
He said this is his second time doing this. It's our first time doing this. So
this is our first time doing this, so
no pressure. At all.
What was your
No
first
pressure.
time like, Mike? How was your first interview?
Yeah.
I mean, it was really casual. It was me, Colin, and Lou in Discord chat with. Wow, I kind of feel like a bad person right now. I can't remember the channel's name, but it doesn't matter. We were on interview for about an hour, and he was just running through a bunch of questions about like God the Animal and how we got started and stuff like that. And I mean, it was super cool.
That's cool.
Super cool.
Why didn't it air, or why didn't it ever, I guess, get released?
So the guy that was interviewing us, I guess, his camera died 5 minutes into the interview.
Oh no.
So he only had the sound files. I think he might have put it on YouTube, but I don't quote me on that, because I honestly The guy's super cool. I met him at a show not too long ago. Super chill. Have nothing but good things to say about him. They're just unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate. Well, the good news is that this is live streaming, and we got some people in here watching, and they're super excited to see you. And you got some scream time so far. So I want to get started. I know it's not the most recent thing you've done, but I want to talk about God the Animal. It's you guys released it mid quarantine, pandemic, etc., and I think it needs a little spotlight. So my biggest question, this was the first thing I started off with when I was writing these down. What was your reaction to like the reception of the video? So way back when we first met, Infinite Annihilator had just kind of hit the scene, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy." People were on YouTube doing that stuff to your guys' video of the giant sludge monster. Who they went to the Guitar Center, and the giant sludge monsters got Marshall amps. First off, that's my favorite part of the video. But what did you think of all these people on YouTube being like, "This shit's fucking crazy" and all that? Like, it was mind blowing from like our standpoint, even.
So for me, my best part, like my favorite part about God the Animal, um, two things. The reaction videos are some of the most hilarious things I've ever watched in my life. Just like watching people's faces light up to like certain parts of the song,
Yeah,
and
sure.
like um just people's just like disbelief in like certain sounds that we put into the track. Um, but like making it was, I don't know, it was so weird to me. It was like a fever dream because like I just remember sitting in a room with Colin and Lou and Mike Clampett, who was in the band at the time, and we were just throwing out like random riffs and like trying to like structure them together. And I don't know, just to like see the finished product after like being there like while it was being written, and like I didn't write any of the instruments. I can't take credit for any of that. Um, but just like seeing that and like the video come together, just from this guy that Colin saw a video on YouTube and was like, that shit's cool. Well, can he do one for us? Oh, he can. Let's give him money. And it just yeah. The reception's been great. It pretty much it gave our band a bit of a spotlight, which I didn't expect was going to happen. I knew that the song was different enough and the video was different enough that it would catch people's attention. I didn't think it was going to be as big of a reception as we got. I think just today we hit 132 plays on Spotify, and that's
That's
just
awesome.
Spotify. And yeah, I'm super stoked on it. The rest of the guys are super stoked on it.
It
Um,
was really cool because we spent a lot of time like locked up in that tiny bedroom writing music for our little garage band, and then seeing you go from that to this person who's putting out tracks where people are listening to it and doing what we used to do, be like, "Bro, wait for this part to come in, wait for this shit's fucking stupid sounding," and like you're making that music now, and you're getting so much spotlight for it on YouTube. You got Hardcore Keem, you got like a whole like table, or like it was like a table or like a sectional couch of kids listening to it being like, "What the fuck, bro, this is wild." And
Yeah, I was actually, in addition to that, I saw a thread on our deathcore on Reddit that was all about God the Animal.
really?
yes.
Yeah, it was really cool. I'd seen it before, but I came across it again yesterday when I was trying to remember where the quote at the beginning of the video came from, and they had linked it in that discussion they were having. But I thought it was really cool, and like you said, there is a spotlight on the band for sure, and there's not many bands in the area here that can say that they have a song that has 100,000 plays on Spotify. So congrats to you guys, because you guys killed it on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking
Thank
about,
you.
you're welcome. You were talking about people listening to it and doing the reactions, and just kind of being amazed at the sounds in the song. And I'm one of those people because I mean, I listen to metal, obviously, but I when I listened to it the first time, I don't think I'd ever heard anything quite like so heavy. It just caught me way off guard,
Yeah,
but like in a really, really good way.
let's talk about how you got Kyle from Brand of Sacrifice on it. And if I want to add on to that, it sounds like God the Animal almost has a Brand of Sacrifice to it a little bit, like the production and everything. It's got the guitar tones and everything. It sounds like it's a Brand of Sacrifice song mixed with
That's
the
wild
Dirty
that you
Mike.
say that. It's wild that you say that because I've literally never heard anything like that song before.
It
Like,
this,
maybe again, I don't listen to, I guess, a whole lot of like the really like heavy metal, but the first time I heard it, I was like, this is different than anything I've heard.
it's definitely not Brand of Sacrifice. This is on a different level, I think. But it's just the production's very similar. When the song is that heavy, you gotta like make it sound heavy in the studio, and it's just every instrument is just smash, huge, wow, you know. But going back to the quote that you got for the video, how did you guys find that for the God the Animal quote?
The quote from the beginning of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is this weird part of YouTube where this channel will like go to this site on Google that like puts together like weird groups of words and like makes sentences out of them. And I guess the main point of this like 3-minute video where these guys are talking over these scripts is God the Animal, and it keeps going back and back over it, and it keeps talking about weird stuff like the trigonometry baby and the laundry slop in the barn and
Yeah.
this is how I found God and I became a religious pop diva, and it's just a bunch of weird shit that like Colin found hilarious and was like, well, this is the title of the next song we're gonna write. We're gonna do a song about this, and I'm like, okay. I didn't think anything of it. Like after watching the video, I was like, this video is hilarious, but like, you know, cool, whatever. And then like as it came together, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. This is kind of sick.
It translated really well.
And like I think it's great that you pointed out that the video is funny because it is like it's got kind of a dark humor to it. I was really surprised the first time I watched the video and I heard the quote because the video is funny, but when you hear the quote in the song, it feels like very sinister, like it feels evil.
I didn't even know it was from like a meme video. It's from Clickhole. Clickhole is like, you know, the hard times and everything. It's like, except they put out YouTube videos now, which I didn't know. But yeah, so that was really cool to like listen to the quote in like the actual context. And I was like, how did they come across this?
What was the process of like the music video? Did you guys give the dude like an idea of what you wanted for it?
No, not even. We had the artwork already done and we sent that to the dude, but the video that Colin found that the dude from Knoxbite was a video he did for his own band. And he had done nothing else. Like it maybe had 1,000 views at the time. And it was just this weird like bathroom, like the toilet is talking to you as the song is going, and it was similar style, but it was just different, and like I hadn't seen anything like it. He hadn't seen anything like it, and you know we just got in contact with him, and you know the rest is history.
What did his music sound like when you were talking about a toilet talking to you through a bathroom?
It was a grindcore band.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Yeah, not a bad one. I've heard worse.
Yeah,
I'm not a big grindcore guy.
If
but,
anything, I think
know,
I'm more into grindcore now than I was before. There's a couple really good bands out there, but like I was rewatching the video before we went into this, and it's like when you click on the video, it makes you sign in for like adult content. So you know it's going to be good, right? But like, where does this all come from? You know? It's like a big sludge monster. And fleshy, very fleshy. Emphasis on that. big fleshy monster. They're all playing like instruments, so it's kind of like it's got a little humor to it. I at least see the humor in it, like that. It's playing a drum set. Oh, they have dynamic microphones they're screaming into. It's just, it was so different for what you're seeing come out these days, such as the Warehouse videos. There's a lot of cool ones. Or now it's turning into like kind of ominous dark rooms. That's like the new thing, and those are really cool. And it's just, I respect it so much. I think everyone else did too. So kudos to that.
Hell yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after I'm assuming you said the dude's original video that he had done only had like 1,000 views. Was he like kind of thankful for you guys? Because I know this video did much better than his original video. So was he like, hey, thanks for giving me this opportunity?
I actually didn't have any contact with the guy, only Colin did. So that's definitely a question better reserved for him. And I honestly can't even name the band or the song title. So I mean, trying to like reference that is gonna be hard until I message him, which I'll do obviously after, because now I'm curious.
Well, I know you gave him credit in the video link on Slam Worldwide, so that's a great place to start for us on, because I am very interested in what his other work looks like, and I know he was kind of, from what I read, is that he was more he was kind of starting out with the animation. He's not necessarily professional, but like everything about like the way it came out, it has it adds to the charm of God the Animal, so it works so well in your favor.
Yeah, for sure. Not Noxbite, GFX. I'm pretty sure he only did the video for his band and our band, and I don't think he's done any others. And he might do others, and they'll probably be just as sick. But yeah, it's kind of cool to get that first in with him for sure.
Yeah, it could be the start of something really great for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's enough about God the Animal. Unless Michael, you have anything else you want to ask?
No, I think that was about it.
Yeah, we just had to touch that because that is like that's the chef kiss of
it's fair
of
it's fair.
Of In Gloom right now. So, but you guys just recently dropped a new single called Deadlands, and I gotta say it's a great, like, you guys come back to a more traditional deathcore beatdown sound so well after the monstrosity that is God the Animal, and so it was really refreshing to hear something more traditional. And the video, we got to talk about the video because it's so good. Everything about it is so good. The theming, the story, the special effects, even like the practical effects that you guys did. What was the process for making the video?
So we got to give a lot of credit to Evan Draper.
Of course.
He was a great guy to work with. His girlfriend was there helping out with some of the costumes, and like setting up the sets and stuff like that. And she was really cool. He had a couple of guys from an MTV set come and do the lighting, and they were chill.
Whoa, hold on, MTV.
Yeah, these two guys, they were kind of taller, and they came in and did like the lighting and helped with like the fog, and stuff for the video.
Which looked amazing.
They were like,
it stuck out to me so much.
Yeah, they were part of Evan's team, and we really got to give them a big shout out for the video because it definitely complimented the song for sure. Making the video was interesting for me because like we went into it with like this idea, and it didn't turn out how like Evan wanted it to originally, because like originally Colin was supposed to be this wizard contracting a devil to do something, and I was supposed to be that devil, and I was supposed to wear a costume resembling that devil.
Well, you looked like Mike.
Yeah, I looked like Mike. I looked like me. Because the day of the shoot, we get in to put the costume on me, and I just wasn't feeling it.
That's fair. Okay.
so we didn't go with that, and they were super cool with it, and I just kind of like just tried to be as menacing as like I normally am on stage. Like I just tried to just be as, angry and like demanding as like a devil would be,
Yeah.
without the whole get up. Like Colin had the greatest time of his life wearing that wizard cloak
Yeah.
and like playing with the like, I don't even know what it was, but it was like this weird black liquid that they made, and like playing with the books and stuff like that. Like he was a kid in a candy store. It was great.
I was gonna reference you guys as necromancers or something, but you wizards, that's great. But the best thing about you not feeling the costume is that when I was initially watching the video, and I didn't bat an eye that you weren't in an outfit or anything. Like I was like, this is how it should be. Like it worked out so good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I have a question about the music video shoot.
Okay.
Was this the video that you went to shoot the morning after the bachelor party?
I was gonna ask that.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
So, and the
I
reason...
woke up at 8 in the morning,
Mhm.
went to Wawa, puked all over the bathroom,
Yes.
picked up a breakfast sandwich and a water and an energy drink, and drove straight to the shoot. And
This
was
is
there
the-
from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m.
Oh my God, what a day.
That's the reason
Yeah.
I asked this, is because, all right, to like clarify this, you were a machine, because we were literally out in Ybor until like 3 or 4 in the morning the previous night.
Mm-hmm.
My man goes to sleep, gets up, goes to Wawa, throws up in the bathroom, and then proceeds to just put on like the best show that he possibly could. And honestly, like you would never know, like watching the video, that like we'd all been like drinking until like 4 in the morning the night before.
You just annihilated the shoot and everything.
He's a machine. He-
Here's some context. So me and Mike shared a hotel room, and I woke up at like 7 in the morning, head splitting, and my man is he's on the move. He ran to the bathroom, took a shower. I texted saying I have to pee, and then he said sorry. He got out of the shower and immediately just left, and he was gone, and we never saw him again. And then he messages the chat like, guys, I threw up.
Oh man. Oh, that was such a good night. That was such a good weekend.
It was yeah, we need to do some more of that, but it's exhausting.
We do.
So I don't know how
We
you
do.
did it the next day. It was truly impressive.
Not the first time, probably will not be the last.
Definitely won't be the last time. I want to go over chat a little bit before we continue.
Yeah, sure.
So everyone in chat absolutely loved that story. We got Wawa, we got girl boss moment, man's rallied and said full send, and then my man Greg said I miss Wawa. We miss you, Greg. Jeffy said craving a Wawa Club sandwich right now. And also let's go back up.
It's gobbler time.
It is
Go get
gobbler
a
time.
gobbler.
Let's scroll back up. Spooker Natural says, when I was shown the video, I was so taken back with how amazing it looked. All the ideas going into it were great. And full send, that's it.
Hell yeah.
But so you released Deadlands it was about last week, I'd say. And
Yeah.
that was the initial announcement for your new EP that comes out at the end of the month, Death Bell, right?
Yeah, so I actually didn't know that on the video description that it was going to say that the EP was coming out. I thought we were going to wait. So big spoiler to me. But yeah, our new EP, Death Bell, comes out on the 30th of this month. The reception for Deadlands has been really great. I appreciate my man Randall's in the chat right now. He did a reaction video to it.
Very nice.
Super sweet guy. We appreciate the love.
He wants to know if he can get a signed copy of the EP.
I can definitely do that for you, Randall. So long as you buy it before it goes out, because I think we're doing another limited run, and we only did 50 of the first one. And I want to talk about this for a little bit, because like I do feel bad for the people that like get to like look at it and be like, oh, I want this, and like realize it's not there. we're trying to create supply and demand here, basically. Like, I mean, like if it's gonna be on the market forever, then people will just be like, oh, I'll buy it next week, and then next week never comes.
Solid
On
point.
top of that, like numbering it to only like say 50 as a guesstimate number. I don't know exactly how many we're gonna do. But it gives it some sort of like,
It's
I don't know,
special.
something special to it.
It
You know
gives
what
it
I
some
mean?
zest.
Like, yeah,
So I think you have a really good point. Me and Chris collect vinyl, and there is something very special about having something that there's only a limited amount of.
yeah,
It makes it more valuable to you, even if it's not like monetary value. It's like a personal value to you.
Yeah, and like I think Michael has like a Snowmine out record that it's probably like what 30 in existence, and they're like
Yeah,
some obscure band from New York, and he got it on a whim at the local shop, and was like,
at
this is just
a
cool to have.
Boomer record shop because I looked it up on Discogs and there was only 30 of them, so I bought it.
Yeah, people are definitely, if there's only 50 of the EP, people are going to be like, I gotta snatch that shit up right now. So it's a great idea, great marketing, and people that get a hold of it will be really stoked on it. But
for sure.
so I feel like I keep going back to this. I'm sorry. God the Animal seems like an epic. It seems like it's a big monster, right? Now you're going back to, it was a standalone single, correct? Or is it going to be on the EP?
It is not going to be on the EP. It is a standalone single.
Oh, okay, cool. So where I'm going with this is, what are the plans for Deathbell being back to the traditional? We got an EP about decent length songs, and it's gonna tell a story, or it's gonna flow right into each other. We're back into just being a band that's putting out like consistent content, no monsters, but us in front of the camera. How does it feel to be like back into the swing?
Um, being back in the swing is great. This EP's been done for a minute, and we've just kind of been sitting on it. We didn't want to release it too soon and draw away from GTA. Um, but we also didn't want to release it too late, and then we just have no traction. So I think it's a good time to release it. I think all of the songs on it are amazing for their own like little bits and quirks. Um, the songs are decent length. The full EP isn't longer than 15 minutes, but each song is amazing. And to me, and to the rest of the guys, like, um, so yeah, I'm super stoked on it. Um, yeah,
Some would say like a 15-minute EP is like chef kiss, very good. I personally think a nice short EP is the
Like
way to
that because
go.
I have no attention span as an adult, so I something like that is perfect for me.
I think the future of full lengths should be like 8 songs, 8 or 9, no more than like 11 or 12. I can't do it anymore.
can't do it.
That's so like I was making my list of like top records of the year, and I couldn't think of anything because I just don't finish albums anymore because I don't have the span for it.
Mm,
But that's I'm really excited for it to drop. The album drops December 30th.
yeah.
So it's a late Christmas gift, and we're all very excited for it. But what are plans
And
for?
it's just time to be playing it at like your New Year's Eve parties.
Yeah, maybe we'll get maybe we'll get a sneak peek of it here coming up in like Friendsgiving or something. But what are the plans for playing live now that shows are kind of back? You know.
Um, I will say that we are planning our first show.
Hmm.
Um, it's probably going to be local, and it's probably not going to be very long. Like, it's not going to be like a big festival type show. It's
Ooh.
probably going to be maybe 4 other bands. We've
Perfect.
already hit up some bands about it, and we're trying to secure a venue. Probably not until like mm, earlier next year. Not like super early, not January, but not like super late like July.
What
Um,
what bands do you see playing this show with you? Like, what fits the bill?
what fits the bill?
Yes.
Infinite Annihilator. But
Yeah, of course. We'll get them down.
um, I mean, there's too many like really good bands in Florida for me to like list anybody specific. Um, I just want all my friends there.
Of
Really.
course. Yeah. I realize it's asking a lot in this day and age to be like, who's going to be on the show? What's the plan? But like,
Yeah.
we can be like, you know, who do you think fits the bill for like crushing the venue? Who's out there that's like these guys they have what it takes to be alongside us and like bring down the gravity and everything.
Locally
Yeah.
or regionally?
We can do locally. We could do just the smaller guys regionally, whatever
Okay.
you want.
Um, I definitely think locally, like me personally, my tastes are like all over the place. Like I don't like to
Which I
listen to
love.
a certain type of heavy music every day. I like a little bit of hardcore, a little bit of metalcore, a little bit of deathcore, down tempo, slam, whatever. Um, love Head High.
Oh yeah.
I love Arakura for it. Pawn's new band
Oh,
is
Knife Lighter is
killing it.
great. But yeah, I love Knife Lighter.
Um, oh God, there's too many. Me personally, and this kind of hits home. I wish Noose was still doing things.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
They're kind of taking a little bit of a break, and I'll give them the respect today. But I'm a little
They got
mad
they got their own
that
stuff going on. For sure.
yeah, that they're probably not going to be part of the show. That I'll say that's the one band I'm mad that isn't going to be playing the show.
Well, I'm sure we have a lot to look forward to with the Death Bell release and everything. This is a big moment. Michael, you got anything about the EP? Anything?
Actually, I wanted to ask because I thought this was interesting as far as like playing live. We were talking about earlier how God the Animal really has such a wild and like distinct and heavy sound to it. How are you guys gonna go about like I guess recreating that song live or playing it live?
Can you?
100% we
Okay.
can. Whether we do or not, I think will be up to the show and up to the crowd reception. I think it's kind of a song that I could see being like an encore kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm saying that In Gloom is going to get an encore at our first show. Not saying that, but
We'll push for it.
it's that type of song that like either needs to be last or needs to be an encore song. Can we do it? Absolutely. We've started practicing. Practices are going great. Yeah.
That's really
I
exciting for sure. And actually, I definitely pictured it as like a last song type thing. So like you were saying, whether it's an encore or like whether it's what you close the set with, I think you're right. I think that's a really good choice.
I want to take back what I said about can you. Of course, you guys can do it. You guys can definitely bring it live. It's gonna be it's gonna translate so interestingly to live setting, and I'm gonna add on that it's gonna be one of those songs where every 5 seconds you hear someone from the back of the crowd going "woo," like in between a chug or something. So
I hope so.
It's gonna be wild.
I hope I at least get one. Just one.
I think you'll get several for the entire 6.5 minutes.
For the entire. Oh God, I forget how long that song is. That's gonna be a pain in my dick.
Pain
Honestly.
in my dick. Yeah, it's gonna be a test
Honestly.
for your stamina for sure.
Yeah.
We've made it.
I got Colin to fall back on.
He's got Twisted Tea. That's great. How's your dynamic with Colin, by the way? Since you guys got two vocalists that riff off of each other, how cool is it to like perform with someone else by your side? The Twisted Tea. He's got the Twisted Tea, baby.
Stop. Stop. Oh God. It's really cool. Yeah, I mean, obviously we haven't played our first show yet, so it's still gonna be completely different. Bouncing off of him in front of a crowd. Um, God, In Gloom's first show could potentially be my first show back, and it's been like a good 2 years. Man, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm gonna be honest.
It's gonna be a true test for sure. It's gonna be really exciting.
Yeah. But no, Colin's great. Colin has a really great stage presence in himself. He's really good at banter, and egging on the crowd, which is something that I personally enjoy. Like I enjoy when the front man is talking shit to me. Because if the front man is just up there like, thank you guys for being here, blah 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 blah. Okay, this next song, I'm not gonna hit anybody. I'm just not. I don't mosh.
And I love this about Mike is I really think Mike on stage as a frontman is a very, very intimidating person, and I totally see him as that frontman. But Mike is also the nicest, most lovable person on the face of the planet, and I love just the duality of that.
I love it too. It's so fascinating.
It is. It's great.
If you're not aware of the history, Mike's other band Murkov, I was a founding member of that. Look at me, look at clout, look at me. That's not what I'm doing. But so I've worked alongside Mike as well, and we also had a shitty garage band way back in high school. But
oh God, we're
gonna stop right there. We're gonna stop right there with that. No more.
Okay, good.
But so I was when we played live, the few times I did play live with Murkov, it was like, man, I feel so good to be behind Mike and not in that crowd right now because Mike is so scary. But working with him is the best experience.
That scares me about an In Gloom show where God the Animal is played is I'll probably just fucking die in the pit.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what that would be like.
Here's hoping that somebody dies, but that it's not you, because I would be sad.
As long as it's not me, that's fine.
Let's hope someone dies.
Somebody.
Just somebody.
All press is good press.
But so yeah, it's my favorite characteristic about Mike is how good he is at being intimidated, but he's also the sweetest guy and everything. And I want to go back and heart you too, my man. I want to go back to him saying, yeah, I like all different kinds of music. I like deathcore, I like hardcore, I like metalcore, I like beatdown, and that's it. He stopped right there.
Also, little known fact about Mike. I might be the only person that knows this, but he likes From Indian Lakes, which is an indie band. I do. I remember him telling me this, and it's just something that's always stuck with me because me and another friend saw them live, opened for another band. And I think Mike messaged us and was like, yo, you guys at the From Indian Lake show? And I was like, what? What's happening?
What's happening?
Fun fact for people that don't know me super personally, I'm actually a big hip hop guy.
He's from Sarasota, baby.
I was from Sarasota, but that I don't think that has anything to do with it. That was my I don't like Christian rock or blues music. I'm gonna listen to rap, kind of kind of thing.
Daring.
But yeah, I mean, edgy high school Mike.
I remember.
But yeah, I do love all kinds of music. Not just all types of metal, but rap and hard rock, and
you like pop punk too. I remember that.
I do like some pop punk. I do.
I'm trying to remember bands, who.
And very few songs. State Champs.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. The one album with the gold globe.
Around the World and Back. Yep.
Yeah.
I remember.
Nick.
I think we. It was like 2015 or 2016, and me and Brandon both got the album. We were listening to it on Spotify and everything, and we were like, "Guys, this is the next big thing." And everyone around us was like, "Guys, we like State Champs." It was the most corporate sounding shit I've ever heard in my life. We were all like, "If you're not listening to State Champs, you're wrong." I'm like, now they suck. But anyway,
grow up.
Randall, I am a fan of The Weeknd.
That's a good man right there.
I don't listen to him nearly as much as I want to, though. Because
you gotta bump up those numbers.
I listen to 90% of my music at work, and at work I don't want to feel anything but just like anger, so that I can get through my day.
That may have been my issue working there, is I would always play The Weeknd, and I was like, I'm tired and sad.
That translates. That tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, man, The Weeknd is good. We actually, our first episode, we were talking about The Weeknd a lot. It was one of my top artists. But actually, this is a good segue. I want to talk about In Gloom's Spotify Wrapped for the year. Word on the street is you got some pretty good numbers.
Yeah, it looked pretty impressive, honestly.
Yeah, it was pretty sick to see those numbers. 162 total plays, a bunch of different countries, a bunch of different people listening. It's pretty crazy.
That's amazing.
Pretty crazy.
Randall says, I think that's how God the Animal got number 7 on my most played. Look at that.
How? Because you were just angry at work, or?
Oh yeah.
Actually,
I'm wondering if it's from the previous conversation or from talking about the Wrapped.
So I just pulled the numbers for In Gloom Spotify Wrapped. You guys had 162,000 streams. 25,500 listeners, and in 96 countries, and that's really impressive.
96.
I mean, it's got to be cool to know that like people all over the world are listening.
That's more countries than actually exist. Like that's that's wild.
It's like how Spotify makes up their own genres. They just make up a bunch of countries too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Come to Brazil. In Gloom in Brazil when, but
either way, the 25,000 listeners, it's super impressive, and it's got to be an honor for sure.
It's super humbling. I think the craziest thing to me, putting out the first EP, was shipping CDs to Canada and Australia.
How much did that cost you?
Oh, it was dumb expensive. I don't even remember the actual number. I think doing it for Murkov, it was like $15. So I can't imagine it was much cheaper doing it for In Gloom. Yeah, that shit was crazy. And just all the different states that like I don't personally know anybody in some of these states that we're sending CDs to, and people are buying CDs, and I'm just like, who are you?
That's incredible. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
But what the fuck was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh fuck. I guess I want to touch on this really quick too. You guys debuted. It was late 2019, right? You debuted with it. Was it self-titled EP? I don't remember. What was it called?
We debuted with Wise as a single, featuring Pond.
Yes.
And then I'm pretty sure we just put out the rest of the EP. I don't think we did a second single.
No, yeah, I think that's what I remember that too. Do you feel like you're like it's miles behind you, or are we going to be dealing with something a little similar to the first EP with Death Bell?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's my first good question of the night.
Oh man. I don't think it's miles behind us, because there's still parts of the first EP that I think are like bar none, like just they just hit different.
It hit different. I feel you.
Sorry, I'm being really cringy right now.
I love it.
Yeah, I can't say that there's not going to be similar parts on the new EP to the first one. Like, obviously, like we're making down tempo deathcore. Like, it's only so many patterns of chugs that we can do.
There's only so many.
Starts, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. For sure.
But I definitely think we tried to get as creative as possible Lou's guitar playing is just so good.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
was wondering who your guitarist was, and I recently, me and Lou became acquainted on Facebook, and he was promoting it, and I was like, okay, so he's in the band now. That's really cool. And yeah, the everything about Deadlands was like so new and different to the group, and I loved where it was going. But
yeah, Lou's a founding member.
okay, I
It
didn't know
was
that.
yeah, out of the founding, it's me, Colin, and Lou, and then we brought in Mike, Nick, and Tyler to be in Wise, the
Hmm.
music video, and we
Right,
were like, hey, when we start playing shows, we want you guys to be a part of this, and then COVID happened.
and ruined
Um,
everything. Yep.
and it ruined everything. So obviously they didn't get the chance to do that. And they ended up, just not being a part of the band for their own different reasons. Love all those guys. But yeah, Lou's been in it since day one. Um, not writing like the beginning of the first EP. The beginning of the first EP was like 100% Colin,
Hmm.
and then he like kind of like started bringing in Lou, and then after that brought in me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the current timeline here. You've brought a song for us to debut right now on stream, and I'm so honored because I know how this shit works, and you want to debut it right, and you want it to hit all the angles and everything, and I'm so thrilled that you brought it for here us today. We're gonna play this new song off the new EP Death Bells called "The Hunting Grounds," and yeah, this is. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me get this set up for you here. Um, that was pretty incredible.
Thank you.
That was. It seems like such a straightforward road to good old fashioned deathcore. With like the 2021 spin on it, you know.
Yeah, and I can hear like the beatdown influence too. But it sounded really great, man. I'm really excited to hear the rest of the CP.
Yeah, I like once again. I'm like, we're so thrilled that you brought it to us. Like, hey, you're gonna be my slam worldwide tonight, and it's so fucking cool. I'm like, I love it, and I love you guys. You guys are doing amazing things, and we do have. I mean, we're at about an hour. I don't know how you guys are feeling right now.
I'm feeling great.
You're feeling great.
I appreciate you guys so much for letting me and the rest of the guys do this. This has been such a great ride. I'm on cloud 9 right now.
Oh, we love you, man.
Love you too, man.
Michael, do you want to go over some Reddit comments really quick?
Yeah, I actually have them pulled up. I just
perfect.
wanted to read a couple because I thought they were very flattering. I mean, they
my
were
first trip into Reddit.
It's pretty wild out there.
You made it onto our deathcore, which is kind of cool. But literally, one user commented that he thinks that you guys are going to skyrocket to the top of the deathcore scene. And I'm assuming this is, I think, probably not long after like God the Animal came out. Another person replied that they were really surprised with the song. It's pure creativity and heaviness. A lot of people were talking about like the intro quote at the beginning from the Clickhole video, but there's a lot of really flattering comments and a lot of love for you guys, which I thought was super cool.
And I want you to know that all these people also follow the creepy fetish subreddits as well. So, but it's so cool. Like, that guy's up the road for me. I've known him for years, and he's out there on the internet. And people are like, "This is fucking crazy. Oh God!" And they're like being cavemen and shit to it. And it's like, I know the guy. I've worked
which
with
is
him.
nice because we know how unforgiving like people are online with music sometimes, or like especially in the metal scene and everything. But
it has to be the right way, or else it's trash and all that.
Yeah. But you guys really struck a note with God the Animal, and I really hope that it got a lot of attention to In Gloom, and that the momentum will kind of carry through and bring more people to check out the EP.
I hope so too. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that we have positive comments coming from Reddit. I've always heard like not bad things, but just kind of like weird things from like people like on Reddit stories. So I'm just glad nothing's like super freaky or weird or like
a lot of the things
trying to figure out where I live, you know what I mean, like
with the subreddits for genres of music, especially like the metal scene, they're typically they're sharing, "Oh guys, I found this, check it out," and people are they're there on the subreddit to listen to the music, and they're like, "This is really good," or, "Oh, I'm not into this," but like everything that I've seen on r/deathcore for you guys, it's people are just praising the shit out of it. Like, this is fucking dumb. I love it. And it's
and I want to point out, this is actually God the Animal has been posted on our deathcore quite a few times. It's not just by one person, but I mean, since it's come out, it's been posted at least 5 or 6 times in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so like you're making waves, Mike, and we're really proud of you, and we're so happy that you came to do this with us. And I think it's the start of a great journey for all of us here at Sound Corner. You with In Gloom, and you with Murkov. Ooh, do we get into a little Murkov real quick? What do we got a few minutes? What do you say?
I mean, yeah, if you guys want to talk Murkov, we can talk shop.
What's the plan?
Want to point to the comment real quick. I'm not going to show you my feet. It's just not my thing. I'm sorry. Don't mean to disappoint, but just not doing it.
Maybe later.
You can see my feet, Chris. We've lived together.
That's true. Get the twisted tea going.
Somebody get him another.
No. But yeah, what do you want to talk about Murkov?
What's brewing? I heard a single or two, and it's sounding Really
Who showed
good.
you that? Who do I need to beat up? Is it Josh or Chris?
Oh, it's the rooster. But don't tell James.
Uh,
Don't tell James. I didn't hear nothing, but I heard something. And
James is gonna
I've got
have my hide because Chris showed you that. But
I've got an important Murkov question. Who was your
Okay.
favorite Brother Dread?
putting me on the spot here.
No wrong answers.
Except the wrong answer.
Except the
That's
wrong
so
answer.
hard. I love them for different reasons because you did just this bang up job of like scaring the shit out of me, which is really hard to do.
I will take
Playing
that as a
him?
compliment. That was
Please?
a very fun experience.
Please do, because
let's-
hitting the ground like right next to, I think it was Creighton's face, like literally I thought you hit him. And I like heard that thud sound and I was like, oh God, you didn't need to do that for the video.
Let's elaborate a little bit
love-
on that. I want to talk about real quick
Okay.
for Brother Dread, the debut music video for Murkov. We were all out in the woods in like Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, and Michael, my co-host, my brother, he was dressed as Brother Dread, and it was a combination. We had I brought the flannel, Josh brought the mask.
I was wearing 3 layers of shirts.
he
I'm
was
pretty sure,
wearing-
so I looked
yeah.
jacked
That was Michael. I know for
in the middle of summer.
yeah, it was fucking hot, and I believe for Bloodletting, someone else played it because it was way out of our way. It was like in Tampa, and then I think even
Yeah.
Panero got to play Brother Dread at one point too, right?
It was Panero for the bloodletting video, and the reason why I can't pick a favorite because watching Panero like run around in the Brother Dread getup and like the pure joy of this man. It was the same thing with Colin in the Wizard getup for Deadlands, just like him running around with the machete and just like I'm Brother Dread, like
We got to
I love
trademark
that.
him. We got to trademark him. So
The
if you
bloodletting video is super sick. Like that's such a trippy video and so different from a lot of other local metal videos, I think.
I want you guys to know if you picked up the Brother Dread shirt from Murkov, you're running around with Michael on your shirt. That's Michael right there.
Mhm.
So fun fact for the day.
You're-
But
We were talking
you're
about
running
this the other
around
day
with
because
Michael Verba.
Murkov is on Discog and the album cover's on there, and I was like, that's a picture of me on Discogs. Like, not to take away from Murkov, but it was kind of a trippy moment. For
yeah,
me.
he's on Discogs, and so many people use that site. Like it's really cool. So it's the little things.
The little things.
But so Murkov's got some stuff planned. Got
Murkov, we do.
Very cool.
Very, very hush hush.
Very hush hush, of course.
Yeah, I can't really say too much about it at this point, but quote unquote fucking Blake over here, big things coming soon.
Big
Sure.
things. He
We'll-
said
we'll-
it. He said it.
Uh,
But Mike,
yeah.
you've been a gentleman and a scholar, and I think you did fantastic tonight. This was
Thank you.
amazing. We were
Absolutely. It's been such a joy having you as our first guest to interview.
yeah, and I think I think a lot of people will be like, oh shit, they got Mikey Darrow on it. It looks like we got to
Hey.
line up, but yeah, we've been looking forward to this all week, and I know you told me you have too, and that meant the world to me as well. So
This is the highlight of my week. After this, I mean, going to In Gloom practice is going to be really great, but it's not going to. I can't think it's going to top this. This has been so fun.
we love you, Mike. Everyone in chat loves you. It's gang party on a weekend soon. Definitely, let's definitely all get
Oh,
together.
of course.
Let's hit the castle.
The castle, yes.
Oh no, not again.
Oh no, not again.
Not again.
But I think we're gonna let you go, and
All right,
this has been great.
time to wrap it up.
Time to wrap it up.
Love you guys, everybody in the chat. I love you. Death Bell comes out December 30th.
Oh, he plugged it.
If you
Yes.
If you don't share it, I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna do something. I don't know what. Might give you a gift. Might smack you on the head, but just share it, please. Please.
Please share it.
I don't want to beg. I'm not that type of guy.
He doesn't. He's not
Come
that
on.
guy. Thank
Come
you
on.
so much, Mike. We love you.
Love you guys. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace. Love you, Mike.
We love you too, Mike.
We don't really have necessarily anything to bring to the group discussion tonight. What did we touch down on? I guess we can share a little bit about In Gloom.
Yeah, we can share an In Gloom video.
We can share.
I'm sure there might be people in chat that haven't heard it.
I know I played.
God the Animal at least.
Oh yeah, we'll link God the Animal tonight. But you all got a sneak preview of a new song. That was really exciting. That was a good song.
That was a world premiere.
Yeah, we did a world premiere, ladies and gentlemen. And if you didn't get a chance to see this live, it will be on YouTube and everything. So, but those who got to see it live, it was quite the experience. And we appreciate you guys being here. World premiere. That's right. But I don't think I have anything else for the gang out there.
No, yeah, I don't think I have anything else either. I think this is probably a good point to wrap it.
Yeah, I know. Give you a chance to do something because Michael got home from work and I was like, all right, let's run it.
Yeah, I literally just like got home and just like got in front of my computer immediately.
So, but it turned out great and this was really fun. So everyone, thanks for watching. And either I'll be back sometime this week with just a little noodling around on stream, but we will have a new episode coming out very soon as well on Twitch. So we appreciate you being here, and I will drop the Discord. I will drop the group. Join the Facebook group. Join the Discord. Come hang out with us. Discussions daily. Memes daily. Share your music daily. And yeah, that's all from me. So we're signing off. Goodbye, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.